What's going on, everybody? Nomis J in the building. Come bring y'all another video today. Profile. I seen this could be credit to my guy Noble Sports Entertainment, and this is also a shout out to Eli Bashi on Twitter, man. Shout out to you, bro. This video somewhat kind of, you can say, dedicated to you. What Noble came out with today, a little poll earlier saying who could be due for a breakout season this year. He had a few guys like Bruce Brown and Seiko and a couple other people, one of the players being Luke Kennard, who I'm here to talk about today. Luke Kennard is one of the most mid-signal, criticized at times players on the team due to the fact of him being, it all goes based off when he was drafted. A lot of people felt, the old Donovan Mitchell scenario, blah, 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 which we all understand. But I'm going to say, shout out to my guy J-Mo. He did make one thing clear. Luke Kennard is one of the only few players we drafted where a guy before whom that we should have got drafted, but instead he got drafted, but he's not really a bad player at all. At least we didn't get a terrible player. We actually got a good, solid player. His only issue, man, Luke Kennard just has to stay aggressive. Now, last year, and I know people ain't gonna like when I say this, but last year he only played 63 games. We know he started the year off injured, and he only averaged about 10 points per game overall his career. That year he averaged about 10 points per game, if I'm correct. So, here's the thing. I know people are gonna be like, "What? No way!" Blah blah blah. He was way better than that. Look, you got sometimes not focuses so much on points per average. You have to remember there were a lot of games that he came out, had like 10 minutes, scored 8 points. Dwayne Casey take him out. He did, sometimes he didn't get shoot the ball well. Then there were games he wasn't playing aggressive enough to shoot the ball. Then you have to remember he started off the year injured, so he never really got to get his groove going, and he was very inconsistent. So it is what it is. This is not to criticize him about that, but I believe he's due for a big year. I think he's due for a breakout season this year. I do believe that he can progress, and I think in the playoffs he showed what he can really do. It seemed like he was quiet, but he was actually louder than his play was actually louder than you'd think. And the thing is, I think he can pick that up. In playoffs, he averaged around 16, 17 points in the series, per game in the series. So I think if he could carry that into this season, watch out. Watch out. This guy is a slippery, slick, little scrappy, high-hand fella. I don't like to always do these averages per points. He shoots over 40% on both 3 and field for a reason, because the guy can't shoot. Again, he has to be aggressive. But this guy played well in the playoffs, man. To me, I think at times he was like a tie for like the third leading player on our team. They averaged like 20 plus points or more for how many games he had. 20. Blake and Dre, they go tie for number 1 and 2. But him, I think, was like the third person to get like multiple 20-point games plus. And then I think Reggie might be behind him, or either tied, or it could go hand in hand. But he's definitely making his presence known more than he gets the credit for it. I don't think his woos came because Stanley Johnson hurt him being here on the team. I think that's the exact opposite of anything. I had speculation to believe that they could have actually coexisted together if you started them both. But that's another story for another time. Luke Kennard can shoot the ball, man. This guy can ball. Definitely can ball, man. I just think he needs to grow his confidence, you know what I'm saying? He has those games where he'll shoot the living daylights out of the ball, be acting like he's running around a racetrack, and there'll be games where he does too much pump faking, man. Like, just shoot the ball. That's all he has to do. I'm not asking for this fella to be Steve Nash. I'm not asking him to be Peja Stojakovic. I'm just asking this guy to come out there and be high-hand Luke, man. And I know he can do it, and I know he has the ability, he has all the talent in the world to come out there and do it, man. Which is why I don't want to ever trade him in a package for a guy like Bradley Beal, because I think, if he can average about 15, 16 points to start the season off this year, why would I want to trade him in a package of, let's say it is Andre or something, just to get Bradley Beal, who could only go give me maybe over 20 points? I'd rather see what Luke Kennard can develop into, because to me it's funner to watch the experience of it. I think people really sleep on him, and I don't think you should do that. I think he's gonna have a lot to say this year. I think they got last year out the way to kind of see where everybody at, and I think Dwayne Casey should, if he's smart, know what to do this year. To get his man minutes, that he not only give him the minutes, but the opportunity to shoot the ball. He got opportunity for him to shoot the ball, man. You let him shoot. You know what I'm saying? He has to work on his rebounding. I think that's something he needs to do, work on the rebounds more. It's not about trying to get a triple-double or double-double. It's just when you got opportunity to get the ball in your hand off a bad shot and it bounces away, don't lose the ball. And I see him do that sometimes from time to time. But I think he'll get better. He's getting better every year. Like I said, imagine this. He starts off about 15 points per game. Excuse the noise outside. Imagine him and Reggie matching about between 15 and 17 points a game. Let's say we pencil Snell in as a starter for just a minute. I know people say Seiko, just hear me out for a second. Let's say Snell is the starter. If Snell can give us the Wayne Ellington points per average plus his defense, you know, and Wayne Ellington gave us like 14 a game usually. So if you think about it like that, between 12, 13, 14 a game, you know, then Blake and Drake do them. The bench, this puts more opportunity on the bench to see what they can do, and Luke Kennard can show you more that way why he is that guy. You know what I'm saying? I think we put too much on averages. We have to look at the player as a whole, man. This cat, if he can shoot the ball more from the mid-range, you know what I'm saying? This guy can easily get us 5 threes. But I want him to take more opportunity in scoring points mid-range. I would love, and Dwayne Casey, he fits the mold that Dwayne Casey wants, people. You have to understand that. Dwayne Casey wants guys who can all play make on the ball and dribble and do what they need to do with the ball. So that's why it was detrimental that we traded the Reggie Bullocks out, and we should trade away Langston Galloway because they don't quite fit what we're doing. Luke Kennard, Kyrie Thomas, Sweeve, these guys fit. Specifically Kennard. So what y'all think, man? If y'all think he do for a breakout season, I know it's a lot of Luke Kennard fans out there. I know some haters out there on him, but I'm riding with this guy, man. I predict he'll start off between 13 to 15 points this year, and I think by the time after the All-Star break, I think he'll be averaging between 17, 19 points. I feel that strongly about it. With the opportunity where we should be able to play, I feel that strongly about it. He'll average between, overall this year, I'm going to say between 13 and 17 points this year. I think that would be a big jump for him. Definitely. And he has the ability to do it. So if you like anything I had to say, if you agree, man, leave it in the comment section. If you disagree, I ask you to be respectful. Tell me why on both ends. Shout out to all DSA members, man. Please leave the links in all their channels be in the description, man. If you haven't had a chance, please subscribe to your boy. I got more content coming out a little bit later, so stay with me, man. Thank you for everybody watching this video. It's your boy Nomis J in the building.